Disney remakes. You hate them, you love them, or you tolerate them. There is no in between. You're not obligated to enjoy everything Disney pushes out, but there is no denying the current staying power that the mouse in red shorts possesses. With the current lineup of Disney live-action remakes, I've enjoyed 2 out of 15 of them. Actually, no, scratch that. Cruella had a shit third act. I enjoyed Robert Zemeckis' take on Disney's Pinocchio, but originally I thought it was crap compared to the original, until I watched the original immediately after. Pinocchio was Disney's second animated feature-length film, so of course there's going to be faults in the story. It was also released nearly 90 years ago. A 1940 film being adapted for a 2022 audience is going to have some adjustments here and there. In fact, if you were here thinking I'm about to put these films together and beat them the fuck out of each other for them to compete for my love, fuck, you're wrong. You love the old Pinocchio? Good for ya. You like the new Pinocchio? Good for you. Hey, Saber Spark, I got some beef with you, even though I don't. I love your stuff, and hello, I'm gonna point this out now so you don't have to later. I remember it so you don't have to, I guess. Bruh. If there was a beer scene in the original Pinocchio, Disney sure as hell doesn't want you to know that, because I watched both the original and the remake again, and I promise you, they don't say anything about the boys drinking beer. Now, they are drinking beer in the original, and they are smoking a cigar. In fact, there's a really disturbing scene, and it's not in the remake. Why? It doesn't really matter, if we're being honest here. If we're being perfectly clear here, replacing the beer with root beer doesn't really change anything in the narrative. The root beer is most likely what's turning the kids into donkeys. The message here? Don't drink free shit from strangers. Don't take that candy that someone made for you, because I guarantee you there's probably sharp blades in it and you're probably gonna have a really painful shit. Oh yeah, and they'll turn you into salt mine mules and ship you out for free labor. The moral and the lesson are still the same. Don't be a little shit or you'll turn into a jackass. Pinocchio 2022 is simply a re-envisioning of the 1940 original. Everything you liked about the original minus 2 songs, racist puppets, and the fish that was drawn like the beginning of someone's rabbit hole into fish sex are still there. The original will always be there for you to watch, and there is merit for that. The animation still holds up. It has a lot of charm. Figaro's adorable, and oh my god, I just want to hug Pinocchio. I just want to make sure he's doing alright. But the new movie is essentially still the 1940 original that you like. It just has scenes that help explain aspects of the original that weren't elaborated on. Why does Geppetto want a real boy? You know, I was watching the original, and it looks like the man was just literally out here just making a puppet. Just because he wanted a puppet. Why does old man want a fucking puppet? Want to know how to explain that shit in the remake? Oh, there's literally a picture and there's a song he sings, and it's a really nice song, and there it is. He lost his boy. Pretty, huh? Yeah, that's why he wants to make a real boy, because he lost his own son. You know, they did a lot more with Pleasure Island in this. I like the fact that if you look at the clocks, and by the way, those clocks, people are just really going nuts about those clocks on Twitter. Hi, Twitter. Disney doesn't give a shit. You already watched the movie. You already did their job for you. So, it sucks to be you. But anyway, those clocks that Geppetto made, he had to sell them in order to get the boat to save Pinocchio from Pleasure Island. So, that's why the clocks are there. That's why the kids are destroying them. That's basically it. So, you know. And if you notice in the original film, when they're escaping the sea monster, Jiminy, Figaro, and Cleo just disappear from the shots. They're no longer on the boat. You may say, oh, they're in that red chest. Probably, but you know that whale fucking destroys that goddamn chest? That shit's gone. They should all be dead. So what are they doing in the remake? There they are! Figaro, Jiminy, and Cleo all running the fuck away from Willy Dilly punching his eyes. But anyway, Pinocchio doesn't die in this either. Geppetto does. Why? Because this time they understood that Geppetto is an old fuck. He's an old man. He's an old man. Come on, yeah. A wooden boy dies at the end of some rocks and high impact from a giant whale crashing into the side of a cliff. But do you remember when he just casually dove under the sea and asked the fish where his poppy went? You know, just You remember that? How about how Geppetto can just roll like a class Olympian in the original, and when he gets the same impact from the big black whale puss, he just shakes it off like a champ. Yeah, the remake fixes that. Geppetto's an old fuck. He gets messed up by Big Black Willie and fucking dies. Why does Pinocchio have magic tears that bring him back? You're really asking that in a movie about a fucking wooden doll that comes to life, and a talking cricket, and a talking fox, and a talking cat, and kids that turn into donkeys because they drink poison root beer. Come on. So what am I trying to say here? Pinocchio 2022 is not out to replace the original 1940 film, and it did not kill your puppy on the way to work. That was some jackass. Pinocchio is here to serve as a modern retelling with slight adjustments made to the story. Yeah, there's new characters like this seagull who's kind of important in the story a little bit. They literally just rewrite it. And there's also a girl with a broken leg I liked. You know, she uses her puppet as an escape for her dreams to be a ballerina, but they aren't like the hyena leader from the Lion King remake or that fucking witch from Mulan, where they're pivotal for the plot and therefore make the movie worse by association. No, these characters are cool additions and I like them. Visually, it works. This movie works. 1940. That's Walt Disney's animations. How are you going to tell me that they were going to top that? They aren't. It was 1940. It holds up really well. There's still a lot of charm associated with it. It's beautiful. But this film, it holds up. Pinocchio looks fine as a CG puppet, except for when he turned into a real boy, and those arms and legs make the boy look anorexic. Do not...
Fuck is that a fucking...
Jesus. Oh, and Figaro's cute. The fish is fine. The seagull's fine. And the new black puppet is fine. Monstro looks like a fucking sea nightmare instead of Moby Dooby Doo in the original. And, you know, Jiminy takes a minute to get used to, but again, he's fine. The fairiness is fucking phenomenal, and she sings the best version of When You Wish Upon a Star you will ever hear. Do not at me, she's amazing and you're all full of shit. I don't care if she's bald, she's fucking gorgeous. She sings like a champ. That was beautiful, I watched it 3 times. You're all full of shit.
Huh?
Probably. What's the moral of the story? I liked 2022 Pinocchio more than 1940 Pinocchio, and if you like either of them equally or disequally, that's fine. Like or hate a movie, you can hate it all you want, but never forget Dave Zaloff, the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, can suck my dirty dick.